This is a vagina.
Wait a second. This isn't a vagina.
What?
This is the vulva. Only this part is the vagina.
So tell me a little bit about this vulva.
The vulva is made up of different parts. This little knobby thing here, that's the clitoris. The clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings.
That's almost double the amount of nerve endings in a penis.
And that's why it's the pleasure center for females.
Many females can't have orgasm from penetration alone, but that's okay. You have the clitoris for that.
That little part that you see is only a tiny part of it. The clitoris actually extends down, almost like roots of a tree, up to 4 inches. One of the common misconceptions about the vulva is that there's one hole that both pee and babies come out of. That is inaccurate. In fact, there are 2 holes, one of them being the urethra, which is for the urine. The second is the vagina. One of the hot topics about vaginas is the thin membrane called the hymen. The hymen is a thin membrane that partially covers the vagina and protects the vagina before puberty. Once a female hits puberty, the hymen no longer serves a purpose. This is why sometimes the hymen can tear when inserting a tampon, doing physical activity, or having sex for the first time. This part, sometimes referred to as the lips, is the labia minora. This outside part, which sometimes can have hair if you choose to keep the pubic hair, is called the labia majora.
So let's talk about how to take care of down there.
The vulva.
So did you know that vaginas were self-cleaning? So in cleaning down there, you only need to use soap around where there's pubic hair and not inside. The reason not to douche is because your vagina has healthy bacteria inside of it, and douching can throw off the bacteria balance. To keep your vagina healthy, you should eat things that are high in probiotics, such as yogurt, which will help maintain the balance.
There's a lot of myths that circulate when it comes to vaginas, so let's try to clear some of those guys up. A common myth is that if you have too much sex, your vagina will become loose, because your vagina naturally is able to expand 200% of its own size, and it can do this during childbirth and also intercourse. As the vagina is built to expand like this, it's also built to go back to its original size. Though it won't become loose, you can strengthen the muscles using exercises such as Kegels to keep the muscles strong and healthy. Another myth about vaginas is that you can lose things up there. People are sometimes afraid to insert tampons because they're afraid that it'll go all the way up into their body. This can't happen, don't worry. It's impossible to lose anything in your vagina.
So let's talk about odors. So vaginal odors are normal, and they vary from person to person. They can also vary during your own menstrual cycle, and diet plays a factor into your odors as well. So odors are not dirty or gross. In fact, they give off pheromones, which should be attractive to your partner. So once you get to know your body's natural cycle, if you detect something that's off or weird, you can go to a gynecologist and they will tell you what's up. So we may as well talk about some cool vagina facts. Did you know that both sharks and vaginas have the same lubricant? Vaginas have the same pH level as wine, tomatoes, and beer. The first film to ever use the word vagina was a Disney film about menstruation, called The Story of Menstruation.
There you have it, Vaginas 101.